Two northern groups have traded words over the 4 billion naira worth of pipeline surveillance contract awarded to ex-Niger Delta militant government Ekpe otherwise known as Tompolo, by the Nigerian National Petroleum Limited. The groups are the Coalition of Arewa Civil Society Groups and the Amalgamated Arewa Youth Groups. While the former supported the award of the contract, the latter kicked against it. The Amalgamated Arewa Youth Groups on Tuesday asked the federal government and the NNPC to revoke the contract, else it will be forced to either protest or sue. The group also urged President Muhammadu Buhari to sack the Minister of State for Petroleum, Timipri Silva, and the Director upstream of the NNPC Limited, Mr. Adokiye Tombomeliye, for promoting ethnic and regional interests. It also called for the sack of the group managing director of the NNPC, Mel Kiari, for using his office to allegedly reward criminality. In what seemed a swift response, the Arewa civil society groups described the call for the revocation of the contract and the sack of the minister, other NNPC executives, as baseless. Its spokesperson, Malam Aminu Abbas, while addressing journalists in Kaduna, distanced the northern region from the pronouncement of the faceless Arewa group. According to him, the federal government and NNPC contracting the pipeline surveillance to the Niger Delta warlord is a step in the right direction. He added that apart from the pipeline surveillance, the federal government should equally award the contract securing rail lines from terrorists in the north to Tompolo. He said, "Our attention has been drawn to the unpatriotic call made by a faceless Arewa group on the crude oil surveillance contract awarded by the federal government through NNPC Limited to a respected nationalistic of repute government, Ekpe better known as Tompolo. The commendation call is baseless. Hence, we distance the good people of northern Nigeria to such a myopic action of some faceless group camouflaging in the name of Arewa. It is important to note that the era of shadow chasing is over. What is expected of any concerned Arewa group at this critical material time is to engage all concerned stakeholders from within and outside our region on how best to address the lingering problem of insecurity and bring it to a logical end. We want to use this medium to thank Mr. President for making the right decision because our national asset will be secured even more by engaging the host communities to join hands with our security agencies in protecting these facilities, and in return would boost the Nigerian economy. Northern groups clash over Nigeria's government's 4 billion naira pipeline surveillance contract to Tompolo. That name is very popular. We know when you hear Tompolo, it's associated with the Niger Delta. And Tompolo just secured this contract from the Nigerian government. But interestingly, another group, Arewa group, they are kicking against it that Nigerian government shouldn't do that. But they've not talked about who it should be given to. If they shouldn't give it to Tompolo, who should they give it to? It should remain with them. It should remain in the north. Is that what they are after? And this northern group, they are also calling for the sack of the petroleum minister, Timipri Silva, that is being tribalistic here, that is playing some games. The north in the country, we see how the trend has been. If it's anything that is going outside of the north, they kick against it. But when President Muhammad Buhari gives appointments to only northerners, everything remains in the north. They don't see anything wrong with it. But as soon as it's going out, they begin to raise alarm and they begin to cry, woof, woof. Unbelievable. If we check most of the appointments, the federal character is meant to be federal character, but if we look at it closely, it's not, because it doesn't really represent the whole region, doesn't represent the whole of the ethnicity, the whole country, all of the geopolitical zone. Majority of those appointments, they are from the north. This is the first time in history where the president, the uh, the Senate president, even the APC national chairman. If you look at most of these positions, they are all from that region, all of them from that region. Anyways, they've gotten the response that they want. They got a response, and this response to them, the spokesperson, Malam Aminu Abbas, he's representing the Arawa Civil Group, Arawa Civil Society Group, and he's distancing himself from what the amalgamated Arawa youth groups. So it's the Arawa youth group who is calling for the revoke of this contract. They are all Arawa, but see the difference. The coalition of the Arawa civil society groups and the amalgamated Arawa youth groups, they are the one clashing. All of them are from the north. But the Arawa civil society has given a swift response that the amalgamated Arawa youth group should be ignored, that they are just a faceless group. That, and also what they are talking about is all baseless, that it doesn't have a base. The sack they are calling for and the revoke of the contract, it doesn't have any base, and they should all be ignored. Interesting. It's surprising that even this ROI youth, they've not risen up, because they stated here that if President Muhammad Buhari doesn't take action, that they're going to call for a protest, or they are going to sue if this is not revoked, if this is not sacked. How come, with all of the atrocities that is going on in the north, all of the killings of innocent citizens, they've not risen up to President Muhammad Buhari that this must stop, that this must come to an end, that President Muhammad Buhari must take action, must do something, that people are dying every now and then? How come they've not called for that? Is the contract given to Tompolo that they are concerned about? That is the one that is more important to them, but the security of lives and property is not of any concern to them. I don't know who is, somebody is definitely bankrolling them, somebody is definitely behind them, this Arawa amalgamated youth who have come up. But they got the response from the civil society, the ROI itself, that they are not part of those people and they should be ignored. Very interesting. Well, we'll see how all of this plays out, if President Muhammad Buhari's government or the NNPC, they are going to do anything. Or Tompolo, sometimes Tompolo might even respond to them. We'll see the response Tompolo is going to give to them. Well, leave us your take, guys. Thank you once again for staying tuned. And please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Until I come your way again on more updates. Bye.